welcome back. I hope you're all okay. I have a gorgeous little PR package from Born Pretty to try, so I'm excited to show you what I chose. So I had like an idea in my head what I wanted to do based around the colours that I chose, so let's open them anyway because you don't want to see that. Let's skip through that. So yeah, I had like Pride, summertime colours, you know, just wanted something bright, something funky. So the first one I chose was CG094 because, oh my gosh, it is amazing. Look at that colour. Oh, it's just beautiful, beautiful. So I was excited about that. And then we chose CG093, this really, really, really bright lemon yellow. Absolutely love it. So vibrant. And then the next one was CG096. Oh no, 52. We've gone for the pink one. I thought we were doing it in rainbow order. Obviously not. But look at this pink. Oh, holy shamoly. Isn't that bloody gorgeous? 052, that one. Then the orange is CG096. Again, so vibrant, so amazing. And then the last one is another gorgeous colour. 051 CG051. How amazing is that purple? So I'm going to go straight in with their rubber base gel in white. That's RBG01, and I do this on all of the nails. I wanted a milky white base, basically. I wanted it to be sheer, but I wanted something underneath just a little bit of interest underneath like the actual design itself. Something that wasn't going to take the focus away from the design that's going on top of it, but something that adds a little bit of dimension below the design. And then one of my favourite products in the whole wide world, the ℙ℆𝕆𝔻𝕻 magnetic gel polish. Give it a little shake because it is magnetic polish, and I'm going to use their magnet that they sent a while ago. So I'll show you what I don't know whether I'll show you what the both sides do, but I end up using the rounded side. This thing is just perfect on its own. Like, you don't have to use the magnet at all if you don't want to. But it's always best if you've got any magnetic gel polishes and you're unsure about using them, just have a little play. Just see what you can do with it, and you don't have to cure it. If you're not happy, just smush it around again with the brush and it just mixes everything back up, back to how it was. And you can carry on playing, trying to get the effect that you want to get. But don't forget you can save 10% as well on Born Pretty using my code TLNR10. It's in the top left corner, and the link will be down below in the description box as well, along with the links to all the products that I've used today. So yeah, I don't show you me using the larger side, the rectangular side, but the circle side I just use to drag around like along the edges, along the side walls, just to bring that, oh, it's just so nice, just to bring the magnetic bit to the top, like give it a little pizzazz. So I've done that to all of the nails. So I'm going to use that hot pink first, put a little bit on my palette. This is CG052. Yeah, I have done other videos on magnetic gel polishes before, so if you want to check them out, I'll try and find them and leave them linked down below, just where I have a little play and just mess around and see what different magnets can do with different polishes, see what different designs you can get. But for the pink one, I'm just doing an outline all the way. You can remember those comic book nails, the comic nails? I've actually done some recently again. Just go around the outside. So for the comic book nails, you'd have like the plain colour, and then you would do black, an outline of black. It's basically that. We're just doing that. If you hear guitars or ukuleles in the background, I do apologise. They're doing a little music practice session, the kids are, so still homeschooling. So I've cured that pink, and I've just taken a little tiny dotting tool and a little bit of black and just do some different size dots all on the inside. Can you tell what it is yet? It is dragon fruit. I'm not that great at it, I understand. So we're taking the orange for the next nail. We've given that dragon fruit in brackets and quotation marks a cure, and we've left it to one side for later. So I've got the orange. It was CG096, and I've added a little bit of base coat to it to make it more translucent. And then before curing, I've wiped over the bottom bit of the nail like French tip almost. Cured that, and then we've added a little bit of white to the orange, and we're going to create the little segments of an orange. And I know you've probably seen loads of people doing these all over Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you name it, and a lot of them are way better than what I'm doing, but hopefully I do it some justice. So we've done the segments, we've done like pie pieces, segments of the orange, and then you want to kind of join those straight lines to the outside rounded line by just curving them a little bit. Then we're going to take pure straight out of the bottle, that same orange, and it's just going to go right on those little tips there, little corners, and then we'll just get some base gel and start like blending it out. So we'll leave the orange uncured, and then we'll just dip in some base gel and blend it all out so it's got a little bit more dimension. And again, once we've cured that, we're just going to leave it to one side, and we will come back to it a little bit later on. I wanted to get all of the designs done first and then finish them all off together at the end, rather than getting everything out and doing it one by one and then putting it away and then getting it back out, blah blah blah. So we're taking now the green, which is CG094, is that right, or is that the yellow? Yeah, CG094. I have put the yellow on there, which is CG093, and a little bit of orange, 96. So I'm taking the green first, and it may look a bit like an avocado, but I assure you it is not. But I do end up changing it because I kept on thinking this is an avocado, and it's not. So I actually end up grabbing CG025, which is what they sent me a while ago in a different PR package, but it's a gorgeous dark like forest green, and I thought that was perfect for doing like shading and adding a little bit of detail and dimension and definition to things. So that's going to go around the outside to add, like I said, just a little bit more something to it, make it a little darker, make it stand out a little bit more. So there's more variation. We've got the dark green, light green, yellow, orange. So we've got the orange centre. We've got yellow around the outside, and I'm just going to blend the yellow into the orange, and then I'm going to add a little bit more of that dark green just to the outside edge. Instead of using black to outline it, I thought green, the dark green, might be a better choice. So between the, you know, that gap that we've got there, I'm just going to add yellow to all of that, and then I'm going to blend the light green and the yellow together. But like I said, I actually end up going in and changing it all. I wanted it bigger, I wanted it better, I wanted it to cover more of the nail, and I wanted to define the shape, because this is not an avocado, it is actually a papaya. Like I said, I'm rubbish. So I've actually made it bigger now, and we've added a little bit of brown, black to the orange to make it a darker orangey brown sort of colour. That's for the centre. Blended that out, added some black spots, and added a dark green, almost like a stem. So now it's time for the purple. CG051. Get a large-ish dotting tool, and this is just to, can you hear that guitar? This is just to add mainly like the outline for some grapes. So rather than going around and trying to do every single circle, every single grape, if we just do, the thought process anyway was, if we do the outline in the dotting tool, fill it all in with the brush, and then we can go in and add like definition and detail with different shades, adding a little bit of white to the purple, add a little bit of black, just to add some dimension, try and get it looking like it is a bunch of grapes. So I filled it all in, added a little bit of black to the purple, added a touch of that pink, that hot pink, and it was the perfect colour. So I'm going to not completely outline every single grape, just the ones that I think are at like the forefront of the bunch of grapes. And then in between all of those circles, I will fill in with the darker purple that we've made. Now, I really should have got a picture of a bunch of grapes or something, I was just trying to go off memory and what I've got in my head. But I think they look like grapes. I think they look like grapes. So I've gone in and I've added a little bit more black to the original purple, outlined a few of the grapes just on the one side, and then I've blended that in, and then I've added some white to the original purple, and on the opposite side we're going to add some highlights. So in between those circle grapey things that we've done, I've highlighted just a few of those sections, like the bits that are in the background, to think, well, the light will get through a little bit. So I thought I would do that. I've got some green, the two different greens, CG025 and CG094, mix them together to create some leaves. And I'm pretty sure they are not grape leaves that I've just drawn. Are they like grapevine leaves? I don't know what they're called, but it's definitely not what I've drawn. Well, if you've made it this far, you're an absolute trooper. We're on to the last one, and I'm going to whiz through it because it's very similar to the orange, but rather than like a slice of like we did with the orange, I wanted it to be kind of like, you know, if you like chop a lemon in half and it's on your sideboard. Bear with me, I am going somewhere with this. Like you can see like the butt end of the lemon, like you can see the lemon, the skin and everything. Do you know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. Hopefully you do. But either way, we're going to fill it all in yellow. I do end up actually making that bottom line more rounded because I didn't like that it was so squished. So I cured that, and then I added some base gel to that original yellow, filled in the centre, and then added some white to the original yellow. And we're going to do the same as what we did with the orange. For the centre of the lemon, I actually use a little bit of the orange mixed with white and yellow to do the centre. And then again, don't cure that, add a little bit of base coat and blend it all out. And then I actually thought it needs to be like a brown, you know, like the butt end of the lemon. It's brown, isn't it? And I thought, well, if we add some shade in as well. So I grabbed the Jelly Nude JN20 and mixed that with a little bit of the yellow and orange, and it made a really, really nice deep orange, like burnt sienna kind of orange. And I just blended all that out again with some base coat, and I loved it. It was so, so good. And you can also like layer it up as well. So once you're happy with that, you're giving it a cure, and then you're like, actually, I want it to be more. You can go back in again and blend it all out. Right, so I've matte top coated everything, and I've grabbed the 8-in-1, you know, that multifunctional gel, nail gel, and it was like a glue and everything. I thought we could use it because it's so like thick. I thought we could use it to create like the bulging segments of all of the fruit, because then it's going to add like a little 3D dimension to it all as well. So for the segments of the orange and lemon, we did that. And then for like the grapes, we just filled in all of the little grapey circles. And then we just top coating that shiny bit. Everything else is matte. Oh, and the papaya and the dragon fruit, we just added like dewdrops, little raindroppy bits. Some people don't like the 3D effect, like the textured feel. I'm not sure if I do either, to be honest, but I thought it looked so, so cool on these. And I hope you guys thought so too. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know what you thought in the comments. Like I said earlier, everything will be linked in the description box down below, everything that I've used and all links to everything. And don't forget, you can save 10% using code TLNR10 at bornpretty.com. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!